This was yet another reminder that when it comes to boxing, that little black kid from the ghetto is quite a formidable force till this day at this highest level. And that archetype still remains king, still has produced the greatest amount of fighters in the world. And I am proud to acknowledge that as a fellow American. May not be a black American, but I'm American. These people are my countrymen. And the United States has the most world champions in the history of boxing.
Hey, y'all can debate me on this, man, but I feel like America breeds the best boxers in the world, and majority of them look like me. I don't know what it is, bro. It's something about the black struggle. Like, there's some type of obstacles these guys face that gets them there. The Tank Davis, the people from Philly, the people from New York, the people, apparently Omaha, Nebraska too, y'all.
Oh my God, I'm going to lose.
Tip of the hat to the black American fighter, which has in fact produced the greatest fighters of all time. If you made a Mount Rushmore, they might all be black American. You know, if it's Ali, Robinson, Henry Armstrong, Joe Louis, Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford, Roy Jones. Salute. That's not pandering. That's calling it what the fuck it is.
He definitely did not. Listen, you gotta understand something. This is the best way I can say. Niggas got that whip wop. You understand what I'm saying? It's almost like and one street ball. Black people, we have an extra gear when it comes to anything that we do. Singing, dancing, comedy, certainly athletics. It's like a Allen Iverson crossover. Niggas got that whip wop. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't have that. So when we box, niggas got that extra shit that we do from a speed standpoint, from a showboat standpoint, and we can back it up.
American boxers are the greatest boxers on the planet, and I don't care what anybody says. Here's the proof. Muhammad Ali, Jack Johnson, Floyd Mayweather Jr., Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Joe Louis, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Pernell Whitaker, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Terrence Crawford.
Finally, in the 15th round, Johnson made his move.
He who had never been knocked down was knocked down repeatedly. As he lay across the lower rope while the seconds were told off, a cry that had in it tears and abject broken pride went up. Don't let knock him out. Don't let knock him out.
Only black American fighting art known as 52 blocks. What are we known for as melanated fighters is not getting hit, which is the science to boxing. You hear things like stick and move, hit and don't be hit. That was us. And that was the birth of 52. So we teach you how not to be hit so you go home safely. Not everything's a fight.
No doubt, no doubt. So tell us a little bit about the history of the art, where the origins of it, where it came from.
It came from when they decided to let black men into the first sport we were allowed to compete in, which was boxing. And before then, we fought on what was known as the Chitlin Circuit, which was 10 black men in the ring blindfolded for the master's delight. Jack Johnson was a constant winner of this. So after leaving the Chitlin Circuit and being allowed to compete in boxing, he became the heavyweight champion through his use of defense. See, we brought defense into boxing. Before black men came into boxing, it was pretty much an offensive art that was on its way to being banned because it was too brutal, two white men stood in front of each other, beat the shit out of each other until one couldn't take it, and then that was the winner. When we were introduced into the game, we came and would make them miss, make them pay. So we brought defense into boxing, which turned into the sweet science.
Hello brothers and sisters, and welcome to yet another very interesting episode. I hope you're doing fine wherever you're tuning in from, because definitely black people are happy right now, because after the Anthony Joshua and Jack Paul fight, it has made me quite happy, because when I see a black boxer like Anthony Joshua knocking down Jack Paul, it's not just about fighting skills. It's something more than just fighting skills. It's about history. And if you've studied history, or if you've studied history, then you know what I'm talking about. All through history, black boxers have been looked down upon. Yet we all know that black people are the best boxers. The black community in America specifically has produced the world with the best boxers of all time. Look at the likes of Jack Johnson, somebody who's not so known. But if you do not know who Jack Johnson is, then don't worry, because in this video you'll know all that. Look at the likes of Muhammad Ali, the likes of Mike Tyson, the likes of Larry Holmes, the likes of Evander Holyfield. These are people who did so well in the boxing field, and they showed white people that the black person has a voice. The likes of Muhammad Ali, he did not just fight. It was not just about fighting, but he was fighting years of oppression, years of people thinking that the black man should not have a voice, or the black man should not be heard. But they managed to beat all this. So whenever a black boxer steps into the ring with a white boxer or against a white opponent, those who've studied history know that it's more than just a fight. They know that it's more than just having boxing skills.
1910, black heavyweight boxing champ Jack Johnson defeats former heavyweight champ James J. Jeffries, the Great White Hope, in the racially intense fight of the century. In 1908, Jack became the world champion, which the predominantly white spectators didn't like. Racial tension got even worse when Jack won in 1910. Race riots broke out in more than 30 cities, resulting in at least 25 deaths, mostly black people. White people attacked blacks for celebrating the win. 67 lynchings had already occurred that year prior to the fight. White people had hoped to restore the white man's dominance at the top of the sport, and when Jeffries lost, they felt humiliated. Before this big fight, Jack Johnson had married a white woman and was called the most hated man in America. Afterwards, former President Teddy Roosevelt wanted to ban prize fights. The film footage of the fight was banned in every southern state and in South Africa. Transporting prize fight footage across state lines was made illegal in 1912. The fight footage became the most controversial film until Birth of a Nation was released 5 years later. The ban on films lasted 3 decades. In 1913, Jack was convicted for violating the Mann Act and served 10 months in prison. He was charged with transporting white women across state lines. Persistence by Sylvester Stallone to pardon Jack finally led President Trump to do so in 2018. To stay up on your hidden history, lock in with me.
And all the analysts that really know boxing, they say Canelo gonna knock him out.
I don't think he's gonna knock him out.
Listen, todo mi gente mexicano. But it's a Canelo fought Floyd Mayweather. They keep saying, yo, he was young, this, that. Homeboy Canelo ain't gonna be able to hit him. But if he just use the blueprint of every time a great Mexican fighter fought the nicest black guy in the game, he got this. He just gotta hit him with that swag, that Diddy bop, and he got the game.
Yep.
When you're black, boxing's not boxing. Stay with me. Definitely black community. Everybody else can scroll. You're not going to comprehend. Nor do you care. Let's keep going, though. When a black man steps into a ring, it's not about a championship. It's literally about defeating history. Mexicans want to prove that they're better. The white people want to prove that they're better and still superior, right? This is still superior from their perspective, right? And they try to do it without saying it out loud. Now they're trying to do it through competition, right? Every time a black fighter steps up, the crowd is not just cheering, bro. They're betting on history itself, right? White folks want the white fighter to win. Mexicans want the Mexican fighters to win, right? Everybody low-key wants to see if the black man can finally be tamed. Do you understand what type of sadistic society we live in? Like, y'all have to really understand. Y'all don't do it for sport. You do it for blood. That makes you a demon. What's crazy is, repetitiously, you continuously fall short based off of the metrics. Let's really go deep with this, though. See, if we're being real, how Hollywood wrote this script out years ago, right? White man gets to be the savior, the villain, the genius, and the chosen one. Meanwhile, your favorite black actor, right? Sidekick number 2. And he's either carrying a gun, the joke, or the high body count. Angry, criminal, promiscuous. Although everybody's horny. The way that they paint us, though, is not okay. Let's really think about this. Anthony Mackie got to carry Captain America's shield. Hollywood let them do that. But they didn't allow him to carry a franchise. Not that they couldn't provide the script to do it. They can. Theatric, CGI, yeah, they can. Throw in some of your other favorite actors, make them sidekicks number 2. Y'all would have watched. But that's not the script that they handed him. Why? Let's keep going. Society eats this crap up, bro. They got us labeled as action figures, right? I've really been paying attention. White equals the brains, the beauty, the chosen one. Black, the thug, the threat, the entertainment. Mexicans, the hardworking underdog. See how the narrative plays out, y'all? It's not just boxing. It's literally a marketing campaign. And it's working over your minds because you're low IQ. But let's keep going. If we're really talking about receipts historically, white people have spilled more blood than every horror movie combined. Slavery, colonization, the Crusades alone. 2 world wars, bro. Right? They built America off of kidnapping, rape, and genocide, but somehow we got cast as the violent ones. I just did a video on blacks. Y'all had to know this was coming. I'm an equal opportunity person, straight up. So what's going on with this being cast as the violent ones, being cast as the hypersexual ones, being cast as the dangerous ones? Man, y'all gotta stop playing with me. You gotta stop pattern recognition. Your ability to recognize patterns has been distorted because you're too busy being entertained. Use your brain. Let's keep going, right? They even literally flipped the Bible on us, bro. Jesus, based off of what they say, was Middle Eastern with skin of bronze. But Hollywood said, nah, fuck that. Let's give him blonde hair and blue eyes. Yeah, let's make him white with blue eyes. Not blonde hair, but let's make him white with blue eyes. This is what y'all do, right? They literally crucified the actual Jesus in history and the black symbol of Jesus in the black culture, bro. Pac, Malcolm, Martin, you name it, bean, potato. You see it? You see it? Now, here's the darkest part, bro. The system is so slick it even makes us fight each other. So now it's not just black on black. It's white on white, Mexicano on Mexicano. On top of the black man getting attacked from every direction. Bro, I want you to understand something, bro. They whisper in our ears, don't trust him, he's your competition. Don't work with him. And before you know it, we're boxing each other, right? While the real oppressor is literally making money off of it, recording it, having the time of his life, ringside. I want you to keep this in your mind. That is actually the Matrix, right? They want you distracted by race wars, boxing matches, TikTok beefs, while they write the scripts, right? Down to the networks, bro. And then they sell you the popcorn. That way it makes it easier to digest, bro. I want y'all to really understand something. Okay? Once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? You can play the game, flip the narrative, and own your own fight, right? It's like 50 Cent said, get rich or die trying. If you really think about Tupac, they fear the real ones. They demonize us. So yeah, when I step in the ring, I'm not just fighting a man. I'm fighting history. I'm fighting Hollywood and a whole system that's terrified of a strong black man standing tall. You see what I'm saying? And you better believe that the fight is never over, right? Now, here's the real question to you people. Are you in the crowd or are you one of the ones in the fight?
An average man was 130 pounds.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have any fucking food.
They must have looked
Jack
like
Johnson.
Abe Lincoln, like 6'2", not that big.
Yeah, I mean, but Jack Johnson was, I mean, you got to think, there's no steroids back then.
Yeah.
Also, just fucking hardship, right?
Yeah.
Imagine being a black man as a boxer back when they all wanted white men to be the champ. But they would get giant ass crowds and you barely could see anything. Is that Jeffries? Yeah. Well, they brought Jeffries in to try to beat him because Jeffries was the former champion and
Jim Jeffries, that's where the Great White Hope kind of probably originated.
That's exactly where it came from.
Yeah. And then he was about to win that fight and they cut the broadcast.
They had broadcasts back then? When did they have TV? Because there's a video of it where it doesn't really look like he's hurt.
Hello and welcome back to the video. I am so glad that you made it to this other side of the video. Thank you so much. Please let me know what your thoughts are concerning all this that's going on. You've watched the video, you've seen it for yourself. So many white people are admitting to the fact, finally, that black boxers are better than us. That black excellence, the thing that they have feared for so long, is currently being displayed in 4K. Netflix showcases this kind of matches, and it tells you the level of professionalism that black people put in making their craft or in just perfecting their craft. This is not something that should be taken for granted. Anthony Joshua is a gold medalist, an Olympic gold medalist, somebody with so much experience, but he's somehow challenged by a white man who thinks that probably because he's had things easier, he thinks that he can just get away with a win. But Anthony Joshua disapproves this because for so many years a narrative has been pushed that the white man is better than the black man, which is not the case and has never been the case in the first place. I don't think just because somebody is white, then the color of his skin guarantees him that he is better than you or better than me. That is not the case. If anything, scientific experiments or scientific experiments disapprove all these. Biological experiments do disapprove all these. There is more than enough proof, according to biologists and according to scientists, that the skin has nothing to do with somebody's excellence. Not just the color of your skin, no, it has nothing to do with that. But somehow they try to convince us, and because of constantly hearing this narrative, it may lead some black people to think or to give in to that narrative, thinking that is the truth, but it's not. But whenever the likes of Anthony Joshua step into the ring and end up disapproving this long time narrative, then it kind of reminds you as a black person that yes, you can. Because at the end of the day, all black people are fighting the same fight all over the world. It doesn't matter whether if at all you're in Africa, whether you're in Haiti, whether you're Jamaican or you're in Jamaica, or whether you are in America. I understand those in America probably have faced slavery. Those in Africa have faced colonization, constant discrimination, and so much. But this is the same fight, just dressed up in different clothes and presented in different forms. So this having been said, it's just a video to remind black people that yes, we can, and to also motivate all the black people all over the globe that we can do it just like these other boxes are doing out there. So many systems have been made, systems that constantly make it hard for black people, systems that make you and I have to work twice as hard as the average white person, systems that are meant to hold us back and chain us. So I think we can beat all these. And if at all you do agree, then please let me know about these in the comment section. But if at all you disagree, then I do stand to be corrected. Let's have that conversation. Let's have that talk going, please. If at all you enjoyed the video, then please give the video a thumbs up, and also consider supporting this channel by sharing the video, hyping the video, and most importantly by subscribing to the channel. As usual, I am your presenter and your host, Kachina, and having said that, I'd like to end the video at this point. Until then, I hope to be seeing you in my next video. Thank you.